Do you still think you had a better season than Arsenal?
I'm going to say yes. I
will second that. Purely for the fact
we won something and you didn't.
Exactly, and that is they finished in the top four and they did win a trophy. Whereas as you're aware, you don't get a trophy for coming second. So you will remember, and I say this not.
I had this argument with Rio Ferdinand.
This is not me being salty and saying about Arsenal fans. I can say you've had an unbelievable season for the most part, and a lot of when I was doing my team of the season last week, a lot of Arsenal players were in my team, but from being in that situation with Tottenham under Pochettino, when we finished second or finished third in a 3-horse race, whatever, people remember those things where you didn't win it. They don't remember, oh yeah, you played great football that season, but you didn't win it. So over time, that's what people say.
Yeah, I hear you on that, Abby, yeah?
You're definitely going to disagree. And I understand why you're going to disagree then.
And the same thing I said to Rio Ferdinand, I said, if you win the FA Cup, 100% you've had a better season than Arsenal, because you would have won one of the real major trophies. And, you won 2 trophies, but one of the ones, the real major ones. Just winning the Carabao Cup, for me, you've not had a better season than Arsenal. Arsenal challenged Manchester City for the league, fell short in the end, right? But I'll tell you, following this club week in, week out, there was some excellent performances right throughout the season, right? United, let's be real, I was looking even at your running to the FA Cup. All games played at home. Same in the Carabao Cup. United's problem this season actually is when they played away from home. They've been dreadful, innit? Let's be real. You played every single game in the Carabao Cup at home. You played every single game in the FA Cup at home until you got to the final. I was looking at your route to the Carabao Cup final, right?
No, it was very, very fortunate.
You played Aston Villa. That was Steven Gerrard's Villa at home. Yeah, you beat them 4-2. You played Burnley at home.
Was it? No, I think it was Emery's one. We played them twice, back to back. We played them away and lost, and then we played them at home and won. It was Emery's.
You played Burnley at home. You played Charlton at home. And then you played Forest over 2 legs. I'd expect you to win every single one of those games.
Absolutely.
And then in the final, you played Newcastle.
Here's the thing, though.
Right?
Here's the thing. In a trophy cabinet, who cares about the route? You've got the trophy cabinet.
I'm just saying.
No, it's caveats, Robbie. Right? It's caveats. You went out in the first round at home.
Let me finish.
It's not my fault. Let me finish. Don't at me. I won.
Let me finish. You played every single one.
I'm doing this. What do you want me to do?
Well, you didn't win nothing. The one that you didn't win, the big one, right? You played Everton at home.
Yeah.
You played Reading at home.
Yeah.
You played West Ham at home.
Yeah.
Right? You played Fulham at home.
Yeah.
They were down to 10 men. Then you played a real top team in Brighton in the semi-final at Wembley, 0-0, one of penalties. And then
we lost to the best team in the land.
You fizzled out in the final, right?
What I'm saying is,
I don't think Manchester United, I'm sorry, I get it that I also agree with you that I feel that Ten Hag had a from where he's coming from, he's done well. He had a good season, right? But I'm sorry,
Robbie.
Carabao Cup.
Robbie.
It only looks good because United have been in the doldrums.
Robbie.
Right? It'd be like if Tottenham won the Carabao.
Robbie.
I'm sorry,
I still think it'd be the same if you won the Carabao Cup.
Robbie.
Hold on. Let me just finish.
All right, go on.
I'll tell you the truth.
Go on.
I remember we played City in the final of the Carabao Cup a few years ago. To me, it's a minor cup.
Did you win or lose?
Arsenal fans.
Did you win or lose?
We lost.
Right. Well, you lost.
I remember.
City won.
Hold on. I remember when we won the FA Cup.
Yeah. You won it.
That was in the first. That was done in Arteta's first season.
Wicked.
By the way, he beat Man City in the semis.
And Chelsea.
Chelsea in the final.
Wicked.
Right, but
they won. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But I remember winning. I remember winning FA Cups and fans saying, "Yeah, it's great that we've won the FA Cup, but it's papering over the cracks."
Well, they shouldn't have been saying that.
Well,
that's
as
them.
I said,
you're asking me, yeah.
Putting it back to you. I think we had a better season,
right? And
than you.
Look.
And another thing that even proves it to me. That's my last thing, right? Another thing that proves it to me.
Go on.
The Community Shield is coming up now, right? Normally, they make it so it's the winner of the league plays the winner of the FA Cup. Mm-hmm. Obviously, City have won both. They've done the double.
It'll be us. So it's you, you got to play him.
Why have they not made the winner of the Carabao Cup then play that? If that's such an important trophy, why have they said, all right, what's the next best thing behind that? all right, the winner, the team...
Could be down to sponsors, though. You don't know that. You're just making something up. Of course it can.
I would just
You
say...
don't know that.
I've really...
Well, work
So
on
you're
that.
using... So you're...
Somebody give me the-
So basically, you're
somebody
saying...
give me the reason
So
why
what
that
you're
is.
saying is...
I'm
So what you're saying is the... So if Wigan won the FA Cup then,
Yeah.
that's better because...
Well, according to you, they won the trophy.
Listen, Robbie, at the end of the
You've got to
day,
take
yeah...
everything in the context of the
Robbie,
season.
in the context, you've just made up a theory and said that must be a
100%.
better achievement because
No,
otherwise it would be the Carabao
No,
Cup
no.
when it's always been...
No, but why?
When it's always
Explain
been
that to me then. Well,
you have to ask the FA. Ask the FA. Maybe they don't care about Carabao.
Why do you think the reason for that is? Why do you think it is?
It could be to do with... I don't have a clue.
Don't know.
I
But
don't have a clue.
It's not because
But it's
you've
not...
Do you think
finished
it's
second.
because of sponsors?
It's not
I don't
because
know
you've
what's
finished
going
second.
Robbie.
Matt, can I just say one thing? Because if that was the case, and let's say, over the last few years, if that would have happened, then, Liverpool would have been playing, and
No, but
things
that's
like
what
that.
always happens.
There's obviously a reason as to why it's happened. But
what is that reason?
I don't know. I don't work for the FA, but you have to ask them. But I would say, when everybody talks about trophies and how important a trophy is, God knows I've heard it for 15 years. Winning a trophy at the end of the season, yeah, it's great to have a good season, finish where you
Now it
finish.
doesn't matter.
But yeah, apparently now it doesn't matter.
Now it's all right.
Sorry, you
Now it's all
cannot
right to
say
finish
that a team
second and be the
that's
first
won-
loser.
A team that's won a trophy and a team that's finished in the top 4 has not had a better season than a team that's finished second and come away with nothing. Of course, they've had a better season.
No.
Robbie, right, can I talk? Can I talk now?
Oh, wait a minute. I am the host. I've just reacted to Abby, then I'm bringing you back in. Sorry, right? I'm not saying that winning a trophy is not an important thing to do. All of us want our teams to win trophies. I'm just making a comparison because I've had this argument, not actually so much with you, but with Rio.
You've had it all season, to be fair.
And I've had it all season. I don't think that Manchester United have had a better season than Arsenal. I think Arsenal had a better season. You've got to context it. It's Manchester United. The Carabao Cup is not...
But it's a Manchester United in a rebuild.
I think it was in your case, I'd
It's
say...
a Manchester United in a rebuild, and they've still managed to win a trophy during that time. Arsenal
Yeah.
have overachieved, absolutely, and they've had a good season, but when it comes down to it, they've come away with the same as what Spurs have and the same as what Chelsea
So
have.
you had as good a season as us then?
No, but you've still won the same amount. And if in this game where all we talk about is, your Harry Kane's got to go to win trophies, this and that.
No,
We
but you
always
also-
talk about trophies.
no, but you also
it
got to
comes
judge
down
us-
to what happened in your trophy
You've
cabinet.
also got to judge a season on how well a team's played as
Yeah.
well over the Premier League. That is the real test. If your team is not being that great, over the Premier League season, and then you win a Carabao Cup. I'm not saying you weren't. I don't think you were poor over the Premier League season, but they were bad.
Because we wasn't as well. We finished
it
third
was
from our
like-
worst ever position.
Yeah.
There were, performances like the 7-0 defeat at Liverpool and things like that. So, I'm looking at it over a season. It's a little bit different when Man United.
Here's the thing.
Can I read
Because of the
the
size of
super
club.
chat? But sorry, I know you want to talk it. I just want to read you the super chat because it's actually very apparent. From Rogine, who says, second, third, fourth, you all get the same thing for finishing top 4. You didn't win anything. Also, stop saying that you pushed City because you didn't. City pushed you. You were the ones that were ahead for 90% of
Well,
the
there's
season.
2 teams challenging for the league.
Well, but you let it go.
Yeah, we let it go, but
You
we
were
challenging.
leading.
We were challenging.
You were leading.
We were
So
leading,
in all
but-
honesty,
so that means we were challenging, isn't it?
yeah, you were challenging, but then you let it go and you came out with nothing.
So I'm saying, well, we know how it ended, but I'm saying we had a better season than Man United. And as I said, I go back to it. If so, why is the Carabao Cup? Why that should be the Community Shield then?
I think
Just off the logic of what you guys are saying.
I think for me, I'm separating it out, right? If I'm looking at performance, Arsenal performed better than Man United this season. But if I'm looking at it from my perspective, what season would I prefer? Next season, from my manager coming in, I'm taking Man United's season over Arsenal's purely because I want a trophy at the end of the season. I'm not going to take performing better over the course of the season but leaving with nothing than I would, because in football nothing's guaranteed. The next year you could fall off again, and then you have nothing to show for your improvement. If Arsenal kick on from here and they go on to win the league next year, or they go on to win a cup next year, or they go on to get to the semi-finals of Champions League, and there's progression, they kick on, then this season holds more weight. So I think for me, when you perform better, it's great, but that only goes so far depending on what you do from that moment. Whereas Man United can say they banked a trophy and no one can take that away from them.
What would you say, Flex, United need to step up that level to take on City? Because obviously this has been a season of progression, right, in comparison to the previous season. Well, what do they need now?
We need an all-in-one, in one summer or just overall? Because you can't do everything in one
Next 2
summer.
windows.
By the next 2 windows, we need to make sure that we've got a new goalkeeper, we've got 2 new strikers, we've got 2 midfielders, and another centre-half, which will happen naturally because I think Harry Maguire will leave and then we get another one anyway. That's 5 things.
Harry Kane?
Absolutely, we have to go for Harry Kane. Whether or not we can get him, I think Daniel Levy's just going to do that Daniel Levy thing.
I think he'll go to Madrid.
And I know we're going to talk about that in a bit. Yeah. I don't think he will at all. I think he'll just stay at Spurs for I don't think Harry Kane's got that in him to go Spain, move his family. Yeah, I think he'll just stay comfortable for another year, score loads of goals, and assess it on a free. I don't think he'll move his family, go change schools, learn a bit of Spanish. Yeah. Harry Kane ain't got them minerals for me. I don't think he's got that.
You don't.
But back to Scott. Stop a second. Stop. Because you don't try. You don't try and skip over this thing of like I try to silence me for 8.5 minutes now. Yeah, right. Right. I'm having my say on have we had a better season than you. When you're a player, yeah, and you look back in your career when it's all said and done, yeah, in your house, in your memorabilia, you're in your memory, yeah, in your loft, wherever.
Powerful.
Yeah. What do you remember? Do you remember the time when you finished second and you had a good run and it was an emotional season with ups and downs? Do you remember the time you finished third, but it was some ups and downs? Do you remember the time you got into the top 4 by finishing 4th with some ups and downs? Or out of all the many seasons you play as a professional, hopefully if you're really good, you get a 15, 20-year career, by the way. Not many people do, but let's say you do. We're talking about the top end of football here. Or do you remember the days when you had your suit on, you went to Wembley, it was a cup final, and you won? What do you remember? Nobody remembers when you didn't win. It doesn't matter in what context. If you look, you're either a winner or you're a loser. That's it. There are caveats in terms of where we're trying to go. We've showed that we can put some form together. We've showed that we are a good team. We've showed that next year, you know what, maybe we can go one further. Great. Cute, lovely. But football is about winning silverware. It's about medals. Hence why when the players get the second silver medal, Jose gives it away. Players take it off. Why do they take it off? Because it doesn't matter. So essentially, you had the same chance as Man United to win trophies. You had the same chance as Chelsea to win trophies. You had the same chance as Man City. You had the same chance as everyone.
Spurs.
And Spurs. You had the same chance. Everyone's in the same competition. We're all in the Carabao Cup. We're all in the FA Cup. We're all in some form of European football.
Not anymore.
Not for us two, but...
No, but you
I was in Champions League.
You went Champions League?
Yeah.
Where did you lot finish?
There was
We were
Champions
in
You was in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So we all had a chance here. Liverpool, we all had a chance. Don't knock us because we went further at you for doing the thing that football is about.
I'm not knocking you.
No, I'm talking to him.
Oh, yeah.
Don't knock us.
Right.
It is congratulations.
I think
It is congratulations.
Hold on. This is what it's come to, right?
No.
true.
In 20 years' time,
No.
a Manchester United player will be talking to his grandkids. Yeah, I played for Man United.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Hold on a minute.
I tell you what, Saka
This is
won't...
the Carabao Cup I won.
If Saka never wins anything...
Do you think Gary Neville...
Saka
Manchester
never wins
United,
anything
the
with
Carabao
Arsenal.
Cup.
Saka's not going to sit there and say to his
Saka's
son...
won
"Do you
things
remember
with
that?"
Arsenal. He's won the FA Cup.
All right,
Can I-
okay,
can
he's
I-
won an FA Cup.
I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry.
Do you think Odegaard's going to
Or
go?
Martinelli.
Do you think Odegaard's going to go? Watch this thing called Premier League years.
And you can
Come
see
on,
when we
son.
put the pressure
This is
on.
called Premier League years. From
Carabao.
August to January, son. We done amazing. Look what happened when we played Southampton, West Ham, and Liverpool. But son, this is history. This is brilliant. He ain't going to say that. He ain't going to say that.
Carabao Cup,
Dreamworld.
right? As this guy here, Amir says, Carabao Cup, League Cup is a tin pot trophy. Look at United's run, right? Let me say something, right?
Trophy's a trophy.
The Carabao, as I said, well done, but I still
trophy.
think we had a better season.
Yeah, I'm not saying it.
It's a minor trophy.
It is a minor
Thank
trophy.
you.
It is a minor trophy.
Would you rather have a minor trophy?
Finishing
Hold on,
second and not
one
winning nothing is
second.
minor.
My God.
What did you do?
There was a game. There was one of our games in the Carabao Cup this season. It weren't even on TV. In anywhere in the world.
But can I?
It's a there was one set of games that was not on TV anywhere in the world.
Can I?
Yeah, was the final? How many people went to the final?
The final.
How many people
Can I
broadcast
add,
it?
right?
That's
Can I add?
It's a trophy,
That's
mate.
why
Can I
everyone
add?
plays their kids all the way through the thing.
Can I add?
That's your problem.
Apart from you
Again,
guys who
don't at people. That's your problem. If you don't want to win it, that's on you.
There's people-
Hold
Let me
on.
add,
City
hold on.
won it 4 times in a row, didn't they?
They did.
Pep Guardiola, the greatest manager ever, took it seriously. But now Man United took it serious. That's the problem. Get out of here,
Yeah,
man.
but are there a lot of
Get
clubs
out of
that
here.
don't take that thing serious? Be real now. Be real.
Hold on.
Are there a lot of clubs that just win?
Order.
Depends on your situation.
Order in the court.
If you want to,
there a lot
Tottenham don't take it seriously. Is that the right thing to do?
Are there a lot of clubs that just put out their kids in that?
Order. Listen.
Am I telling the truth?
Listen.
Yeah, but so what? It has no relevance.
It's a trophy.
There is context, right? Because if you win the Conference League and the team finishes second and they get to the finals of, say, the Champions League, you're not going to say the team that won the Conference League had a better season than the team.
Well, if West Ham win that, they've got a better season.
I'm not going to say that they've had the better season.
They've had a better
the team that got to the Champions League final and went to the 90 points.
They've had a better
but
season.
I think the thing that lets Arsenal down, where I would have maybe agreed with you, Robbie, but now I wouldn't, is if Arsenal had gone all the way with City to the final day or the final week. If Arsenal had actually done what they should have done in the Europa League, which is compete because they were one of the best teams in the competition. If Arsenal didn't go out of the first round of the FA Cup, if Arsenal had actually contested in a stronger fashion in other competitions, then I would have given you more weight on the Arsenal points.
They didn't care about any of it.
You literally forego every single competition. You fry the bigger fish, and then you really, let's be honest, you don't even go right to the end.